Welcome back to Madrid Pulse, the home of every heartbeat in the world of Real Madrid. If you love staying updates with all the latest stories, transfer rumors, and confirmed reports about Los Blancos, then this is the place for you. Today, we dive into one of the most exciting developments in the transfer market, a story that has already caught the attention of every Madridista, the growing interest in Manchester United's teenage sensation Kobbie Mainoo. The transfer rumor mill never sleeps, and Real Madrid once again find themselves at the center of attention. Not because of their outgoing business, but because of a possible incoming move for one of Europe's brightest young midfielders. Reports emerging from England and Spain suggest that Real Madrid are keeping close tabs on Kobbie Mainoo, a 19-year-old who has quickly established himself as one of Manchester United's most promising talents. For fans of the club, this feels like a very familiar story, one that echoes the same scouting brilliance that brought players like Eduardo Camavinga, Aurelian Tchouaméni, Jude Bellingham, and of course Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo in years gone by. Real Madrid's board has made it clear, the future belongs to youth, and Mainoo fits perfectly into that strategy. What makes this rumor especially intriguing is the timing. Manchester United, a club that has struggled with form and financial consistency in recent years, are facing tough decisions regarding their squad. Mainoo's contract runs until 2027, but negotiations for an extension have reportedly stalled, with the players' camp pushing for a wage increase that could reach as high as $150,000 to $180,000 per week. For United, that is a difficult commitment in the current climate, and the uncertainty has opened the door for other clubs to begin circling. Real Madrid are not alone in their admiration. Reports say up to 10 clubs have shown interest, but few can match the allure and project that Madrid offers. Mainoo's style of play makes him an attractive target. Calm under pressure, excellent with his passing range, and mature beyond his years, he has already been compared to some of the modern midfield greats. For Madrid, he could represent the perfect long-term piece in a puzzle that is already filled with young brilliance. The midfield trio of Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Bellingham is already frightening, but adding another versatile young player could set Real Madrid up for dominance in Europe for the next decade. It is no secret that Toni Kroos has already retired. Mainoo could be part of that natural succession plan, joining the next wave of stars who will carry the Bernabeu into a new era. Some reports even suggest that Real Madrid could initially explore the possibility of a season-long loan move for Mainoo, an unusual but clever strategy. Such a deal would allow Madrid to test his readiness at the highest level without committing massive funds up front. It would also give Mainoo an opportunity to experience a winning environment and learn from some of the best midfielders in the world. If the move works, Madrid could then push for a permanent transfer. The club's executives have proven to be patient and calculated in these matters, and this situation could play out in the same careful manner. Of course, Manchester United will not give up their prodigy easily. Mainoo is seen as one of their biggest assets, and their fans have been desperate for him to become a symbol of the new era at Old Trafford. But the reality is that United's current project does not offer the same stability, consistency, or opportunity for trophies that Real Madrid can provide. That could become a decisive factor for the player himself. If he sees his career path blocked or undervalued in Manchester, the temptation to make the move to Madrid will only grow stronger. For Madridistas, the idea of welcoming another elite young midfielder is thrilling. This is a club that never settles for today. It always plans for tomorrow. Just as fans once dreamed of seeing a young Luka Modric or Toni Kroos join, and then watch them shape an era, the possibility of Mainoo in white offers another chapter waiting to be written. The Santiago Bernabeu has always been the stage where talent becomes legend, and perhaps Mainoo could be the next in line. At Madrid Pulse, we will keep following this story closely, bringing you every update as it develops. The transfer window still has many twists and turns ahead, but the thought of Real Madrid moving for Kobbie Mainoo is enough to set pulses racing among fans. The club's tradition of spotting young gems and polishing them into world-class stars is alive and well, and if Mainoo joins that lineage, the future of Los Blancos will shine even brighter. Lucas Vázquez's move to Bayer Leverkusen marks one of the more intriguing transfer stories of the summer. not necessarily because of its shock value, but because of what it represents for both the player and the clubs involved. For years, Vázquez has been a trusted servant at Real Madrid, a utility player who consistently gave everything when called upon. His versatility, professionalism, and loyalty made him a favorite of several managers, even if he was never the superstar in the team. Now, at 34 years of age, he begins a fresh chapter in Germany. The deal itself had been worked on quietly behind the scenes, with reports that Vázquez completed his medicals in secret before the announcement became public. The official signing, expected on August 26, 2025, puts an end to speculation around his future after his contract with Real Madrid expired. The move is particularly significant because Leverkusen have not only signed a player with enormous experience at the highest level, but also someone who has lifted nearly every major trophy possible with Los Blancos. Vázquez departs the Santiago Bernabéu as a multiple Champions League winner, a La Liga champion, and a member of one of the most successful Real Madrid squads in history. From the player's perspective, this deal provides both continuity and change. Continuity comes in the form of competing at the highest level, as Leverkusen are now firmly established among Europe's elite after Alonso transformed them into Bundesliga champions and a formidable Champions League side. Change comes with the new environment, new teammates, and a league that offers different tactical challenges. At Real Madrid, Vázquez often operated as a winger or filled in as a right-back when injuries struck, offering tactical flexibility and selfless work rate. At Leverkusen, Alonso will likely use him in a similar hybrid capacity, giving the team depth both in wide attacking areas and in defensive cover. That sort of versatility can be invaluable in a long season where fixture congestion, injuries, and tactical adjustments require adaptable players. For Leverkusen, the signing signals ambition and experience. Their project under Alonso has been characterized by a strong balance between youth development and seasoned leadership. Last season's title-winning squad was anchored by players like Florian Wirtz, who represents the future, but also seasoned professionals who guided the team through tough stretches. Bringing in someone like Vázquez adds European pedigree, dressing room maturity, and a winning mentality that can help in big moments, especially in the Champions League knockout stages where margins are fine. Leverkusen have already shown that they want to compete not just in Germany but across Europe, and signings of this caliber prove that intent. For Real Madrid supporters, the departure of Vázquez may not be entirely unexpected, but it still resonates emotionally. He was never the star of the show, but he embodied the ethos of commitment and loyalty. Coming through the academy system, he represented the bridge between the club's Galacticos and its homegrown core. Fans often praised his reliability, his willingness to put the team first, and his ability to step into any role asked of him. Losing such a figure is not just about numbers on the pitch, it's about losing a piece of the club's identity.